Angus Young, he's 5'0", wears a schoolboy uniform on stage, and still manages to electrify stadiums with more power than a lightning bolt. But don't let the shorts and tie fool you. Angus Young isn't just a guitarist. He's a force of nature, the human embodiment of high voltage. For over 5 decades, he's been the beating heart, duck-walking soul, and head-banging engine of a CDC. If you've ever air guitared in your room, like no one was watching, or shouted thunder, like the gods were listening, you've already felt his shockwave. Born in the gritty streets of Glasgow, Angus didn't exactly grow up with guitars and glam. His early life was all about cold weather, tight budgets, and the kind of working-class resilience that sticks to your bones. When the Young family moved to Australia, it wasn't a rock dream they were chasing, it was survival. But somewhere, between the struggles and sacrifices, a legend was forming. Angus picked up a guitar and never put it down again. No fancy training, no silver spoon, just raw obsession and burning passion. He practiced until his fingers couldn't take it, and then he practiced some more. To this day, he still plays the same model of Gibson SG he started out with, because for Angus, it's never been about the gear. It's about the fire. And then there's the schoolboy outfit. You've seen it. You've laughed. You've probably wondered, why does this grown man dress like he just got out of detention? Well, it all started with his sister suggesting he wear something outrageous to stand out on stage. And boy, did it work. That uniform became iconic. Angus in his schoolboy look is like Batman with his cape. It just fits. He duck-walked, spun in circles, laid on his back shredding solos, and created a stage presence so wild that even the biggest frontman had to step aside and let the little guy in shorts steal the show. And let's be real, he's been doing cardio for 50 years straight. Angus Young probably burns more calories in one concert than most people do in a month. But behind all the stage madness and electrified antics is a deeply loyal and emotional soul. At the center of his journey was his older brother, Malcolm Young, who co-founded Econ DC with him. Malcolm wasn't the flashy type. He stayed in the shadows, letting Angus take the spotlight while he held the rhythm down like an iron wall. Together, they created a sound that was simple, pure, and explosive. When Malcolm fell ill with dementia and eventually passed away, it wasn't just a personal loss. It was like losing the other half of the band's heart. Angus never made a big show of it, never played the tragedy card. Instead, he picked up his guitar and kept playing, letting each note carry his brother's memory. It's not loud grief. It's grief in power chords. Now, here's something people don't expect. Angus offstage is almost the complete opposite of what you'd imagine. No wild parties, no crazy headlines, no hotel rooms turned to rubble. While other rock stars were throwing TVs out of windows, Angus was quietly watching cartoons, drinking tea, and practicing guitar alone for hours. He doesn't chase fame, doesn't crave drama. He just lives to play. He's the anti-rock star, which honestly might be the most rock and roll thing about him. The guy who made Highway to Hell a global anthem is also the guy who prefers a quiet night in. Life is funny like that, and just when you thought he might slow down, boom, he comes back with Power Up, AC/DC's tribute album to Malcolm, and a full-blown declaration that Angus Young still isn't done. At an age when most people are ready to retire, Angus is still headbanging like he's 22, teaching TikTok kids what real riffs sound like. He's become this mythical figure, equal parts cartoon, guitar god, and living relic of rock history. But he's not stuck in the past. He is the past, present, and future of a genre that refuses to die. There's something deeply admirable, and honestly, kind of hilarious about how consistent Angus has been over the years. Same guitar, same band, same outfit, same energy. The world around him changed a million times, but he never did. He stayed plugged in, turned up, and unapologetically loud. He's like a human time machine in shorts, bringing the golden age of rock to every stage he steps on. New generations discover him, thinking he's some kind of ancient rock wizard, and then get completely blown away when they see him perform, like it's still 1979. And it's not just about the music. It's about the loyalty, the discipline, the legacy. Angus never wanted to be a celebrity. He wanted to be a guitarist, and he never stopped. Through personal loss, changing trends, and the collapse of the traditional music industry, he stayed true to his roots. He made music for this love of it, for the power of it, for the brotherhood, the fans, and that magical feeling when the first chord hits and the crowd goes absolutely ballistic. So if you've ever felt goosebumps from a solo, if you've ever screamed Back in Black like it was your life anthem, or if you're just discovering the magic of a CDC for the first time, this video is your backstage pass to the wild, electrifying, and surprisingly wholesome story of Angus Young. He's not just a legend, he's proof that passion never grows. Old, real rock never fades, and sometimes the loudest people are the ones with the quietest souls. Make sure to subscribe and follow us right here on Hollywood Vibeline, where we bring you closer to the legends, the myths, and the madness behind the music. This isn't just nostalgia. Rock history told the way it should be, loud, fun, and full of fire.